Have you ever hit a 3-wood with a steel shaft? No? Well, today I'm going to show you my 3-wood. I say my 3-wood, it's actually an old 3-wood that I found in the garage. It's got a steel shaft. Let's see how it performs. Before that though, I want to know what you're currently gaming. What 3-wood are you using? I'm actually using the Cobra F9 Speedback. That's the one actually gaming in my bag. But I've actually found this in the garage. It's an old club with a steel shaft, 3-wood head. Let's see how it performs. Oh, that was smoked. So guys, if you're brand new to my channel, this is the first time you watch my content, I bring you daily content which helps you play a bit of golf, simple tips, simple reviews, fun out on the golf course, challenges, pretty much all your golfing needs. Now, with that, I need you to smash that subscribe button down below. We've got plenty of content that's coming up. We've got Break 100 series, which I use live pupils, lots of fun things happening on this channel. So don't forget to smash that subscribe button. So let's get straight into today's video. We're going to hit 2 tee shots, 2 fairway shots, so ultimately 2 off a tee, 2 off the ground, and let's see how this 3-wood performs. So what I've done here is I've actually brought up on the internet the actual description of what the original kind of benefits and features of the Taylormade V Steel was. So if I read these out to you, the features and benefits are the sole design is minimises drag and maintains club head speed and alignment at impact for distance and accuracy. So with the sole being sort of a V shape, that's really going to potentially help you create more speed and more distance. Now, that's the first feature and benefits it says it had when it first came out. Also, the centre of gravity was positioned to create a flatter roll inducing trajectory to add yardage. So ultimately I'm thinking that's saying that it's going to be a flatter, kind of more rainbow flight as opposed to a bit more of an up and spinny one. Now it'll be interesting to see if that actually does that. Now I know there's going to be part of the shaft which is going to add to that as well. The final feature and benefit that it says here is the compact club head design skims through thick rough, offers increased workability from the fairway. So we're doing this test from the tee, from the fairway, and let's see how it performs. So ultimately, if we summarise those features and benefits, are that there's minimised drag to help you maintain club head speed and interaction with the turf, and ultimately help you get an overall better trajectory. So this 3-wood is basically saying it should be pretty damn long. So let's see what it performs like out on the golf course. Remember, I'm just having a look at how this performs and if it performs well with the steel shaft in it. So that's the features and benefits of the V Steel when it first came to market. Let's now test it out on the golf course. So first up, the luminous green ball, and if you've watched some of my daily content, you'll know the reason why I'm actually using these bright golf balls. So first up, what's my first impressions? Well, it feels pretty stiff, it looks pretty long, and I don't know, it looks very weird down behind the golf ball. It feels quite heavy and quite stiff in the sense that my Cobra Speedback feels like quite light, feels quite easy to gain club head speed. This feels relatively heavy and looks visually different. Now, the actual head does look very nice down behind the golf ball. I do like how it looks. I like the kind of old-fashioned Taylormade logo in the middle, the V Steel on the bottom. It looks pretty damn cool. I actually don't know if it's legal or not, is another point. But let's see how it performs when I hit it. So this is out on the golf course, no data, but just actually, how does it perform? Wow, that was very, very bizarre. I want the best swing, but I don't know, felt really weird. Okay, and again, weirdly when I hit that, it actually felt quite soft, even though my first impressions were it felt quite stiff. Okay, ball number 2 off the tee. Looks good behind the ball, looks very strange in the steel shaft. Let's hit another one. Oh, that was smoked. It does feel quite soft, this shaft, to be honest. Oh, that was smoked. Let's go and find them bad boys and let's hit some on the fairway. So straight away, my first impressions are that it feels don't know, a little bit weird down behind the golf ball, the fact that I've got a steel shaft in my 3-wood. I guess in terms of performance, it doesn't actually matter what is in the club, as long as it performs. Now, I don't know if this shaft is right for me. It's a club that I used to have, so it actually feels a bit whippy, even though first impressions it was quite stiff. One bad shot, one good shot. Let's now hit some from the fairway. I have to say, it does look retro and cool in the back. So, just approaching the ball that I hit down the fairway, the second one I hit. The first one I hit is unfortunately down that dip. Like I said, if you play stock putt, you'll know what that dip is. We'll leave that alone. But yeah, down the middle of the fairway, quite spinny. Good shot though, it's gone a fair distance. Quite like the club. Would I game it? Not quite sure. Let's try it from the fairway. Now for 2 golf balls out on the fairway. So initial review is that actually the shaft when I was hitting it felt quite flimsy. It feels a lot longer than my 3-wood, and visually it looks quite strange sat behind the golf ball. In terms of having a steel shaft, the head looks quite nice, but in terms of the steel shaft. Okay, 2 golf balls from the fairway. Let's see how they fare. Oh, that was good. See, that's a lot higher than mine. Like seriously high. Nice shot, but seriously high. Makes a nice noise actually. It sort of makes like a tinny noise. So ball number 2. Again, I quite like it. Not something I'd use, it's not going in the bag everybody, but just thought it was a bit of fun to share with you what I found in the garage. Okay, I can't believe I used to use this club. It's a beautiful club. Not something I'd want to use now. Nice shot. That's going seriously high and seriously spinning. It's like, wow. It's probably the shaft, probably the makeup. Ultimately though, it's quite a nice looking club. If you got the shaft set up, maybe not the steel shaft, it could perform just as good. Now, other points I want to talk about in terms of this golf club is the fact that it's got quite a shallow face. If we look at here, this profile here is quite shallow. The head actually visually from the top is fairly small compared to the modern day 3-woods. Now I know in Cobra they do like a tall preferred version, that would be kind of a more of a similar size head to this, but ultimately the depth of that head, it's quite shallow. And then we're on to the shaft. The steel shaft all the way along. Now, I don't actually know what steel shaft is in it. There's no actual markings on it, but I would kind of go to add it would be it's a dynamic gold something, true temper dynamic gold, but I can't tell you exactly what's in it. But overall, the head looks pretty cool. It looks very retro, but it looks pretty cool. My overall review of this club is that it goes a little bit spinny, feels a little bit soft in the shaft. That's due to kind of how I swing it, but ultimately it performs okay. Putting a steel shaft in that 3-wood actually didn't perform too bad at all, apart from it being a bit too spinny. Went a good distance. Now, could I fine tune that and actually get a steel shaft in it that's a little bit firmer to actually warrant actually going a bit better in my game? So that's it. If you actually want me to review that club and compare the numbers, I'm actually going to a detailed review of that club versus my actual current gaming club, I want you to comment down below. I want to know if you want to see a big comparison with numbers between the V Steel with a steel shaft and the current Cobra F9 Speedback I'm gaming.